is up, Panther Nation? Kicking the dirty birds while they're down. Just so satisfying. All week the big story had been how our offense would produce after shipping receiver Kelvin Benjamin to the Buffalo Bills, also known as Carolina's Northern Branch. Really, he just transferred. If you're curious as to why that happened or want a breakdown of the implications, we had a great video on that last week. I'll leave a link in the description. Go ahead and treat yourself. Check it out. On Sunday, it was clear our offense had undergone a fundamental transformation. We were able to drive the ball down the field, increase that time of possession, and most importantly, run the ball.
If you look here, you can see the lively Cam Newton in his natural habitat. What a majestic creature.
This win was crucial in terms of playoff implications too, keeping us half a game from first place in the NFC South and expanding our lead over the Dirty Birds to 2. But how did this happen? And what's the outlook from here? Don't fret, Panther Nation, we've got you covered. We'll get into everything you need to know in this edition of A Closer Look, where we'll take a look at both sides of the ball, one of the closer variety. And let's just jump into it with number 1, literally, also known as our defense. That's right, ladies and gents, for the first time in years, your Carolina Panthers have the number 1 overall defense in the NFL. We allow a league low 274 yards per game, which is actually pretty spectacular. In a season where we quietly held half of our opponents to less than a touchdown, this is definitely well deserved. I cannot emphasize this enough. We're a different squad with Luke Kuechly on the field. Literally calling plays at the line of scrimmage, he's the Cam of our defense, if not better. And that's saying a lot on Clark Kent considering Superman's skill set, but we'll get to that later. Though we've been stout on defense in terms of keeping yardage to a minimum, we haven't been consistent in making those big impact plays. The sacks, the turnovers, the safeties. Tied for 26th in the NFL, we only have 4 picks, which is less than the Browns have wins. Yeah, no, it's more. They're actually 5th in the AFC North with -2 wins.
How'd you do that? I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Our lack of turnovers is pretty surprising considering the improvement of our defensive backs, specifically James Bradbury, who, as a sophomore, is ranked as the top press corner in the entire league by Pro Football Focus. That, and new defensive coordinator Steve Wilks is notoriously aggressive compared to Sean McDermott, like almost to a fault. I'm talking Blitz City. Blitz City, kid.
Rack City chick, rack City chick.
Either way, we have the most efficient defense in the league, and as TD said this week, we're only getting better from here. If we can translate our defensive success into turnovers, we are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Well, more of a force than we already are. Scary thought for the Dolphins. Well, let's move on to our offense in a segment aptly called Life After Kelvin. Goodness, this was not the same offense we saw for the first half of the season. Complete 180. From our ability to run the ball and Mike Shula's fantastic play calling, to scoring in the red zone and the return of the Super Cam, it was evident we were just stronger in every phase of offense. To be honest, this should make sense if you were paying attention. Like I spoke about last week, the Kelvin Benjamin trade had dark horse potential to be addition by subtraction. When you lack speed on the outside, which Kelvin infamously did, it hurts just about every aspect of the game. The safety, unafraid of the streaking receiver, can just stay in the box. This hovering defensive back makes it much more difficult to run the ball, which in turn makes it more difficult to pass via play action, which makes it more difficult to run, which makes it more difficult to pass, which makes it more difficult to run, which makes it more difficult to... You get the point. On offense, everything is related to everything else. Again, that domino effect. And on Sunday, we saw this firsthand. Not only was speedster Curtis Samuel more involved with the departure of Benjamin, but so was the often overlooked Russell Shepard. Even Brenton Sunshine Burson got in on the fun, his golden locks radiating in the sunlight. And with this bump in speed stretching the defense, we were able to do something I haven't seen in many moons. We were able to run the ball. I know. And this wasn't limited to our running backs either. Cam added a few signature runs to his already stacked highlight reel. And these threats allowed Shula to call a complete and varied game, which was a breath of fresh air. I know it's difficult for him sometimes. He just wants to run the ball up the middle so bad. Sometimes you can find him whispering draw plays to himself after the game. It hurts those around him to see him living like this.
I still love you.
But all kidding aside, this was an exciting game to watch. We were finally able to bring our offensive talent together and have a productive game. And if this week was any indication, the best is yet to come. Who knew all it would take was getting rid of our #1 weapon? Me, I knew. I definitely cannot wait to see what the future has in store. Well, that is all we have for you today, Panther Nation. You know the drill. If you liked this video, subscribe, share, and hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to join that inner circle too, that all-exclusive notification squad. And as always, don't forget to answer our question of the day in the comment section. Which team would you rather see us beat? The Falcons at their best or the Saints at their best? For me, there's just something about beating our favorite bounty hunters at their home that's just unparalleled. Let us know what you think and let's get the discussion going. We can't wait to see what you have to say. I will see your beautiful faces soon. Stay blue, my friends.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Yeah.